Meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. This is sustainability, as defined by Brundtland Commissions of the United Nations. We met with Trevor Dodge, a member of the committee, for the Sustainability Project to discuss details.
We're interested in, of course, like the environmental impacts of the choices we make, but also sort of larger cultural context. And Clem and Kathleen Dean Moore is another writer we're bringing to campus in another week. And there's actually a whole slate of them that are sort of talking about sustaining the culture. And part of the culture, of course, is art. So that goes beyond just, again, what kind of car you drive and how much fuel you burn in it, but why do you go and do what you do, and what's it like to be a human being? I think that's a bigger component. That's a really important thing to consider. People, not just students, but faculty members and the larger, campus community, and also people outside of the community too, who live in this area, to think about the choices that they make on a daily basis and ask the big question: is this a responsible, sustainable, set of choices that I've made, and can it continue forward?
Chances are I'll never tell the story of how I found myself adrift at sea in a 12-foot dinghy with a single oar. Or how once in the mountains called Sierra Nevada, trapped on a snowbound freight train, my intrepid companions and I existed for several days on a 50-pound sack of frozen marshmallows. In retrospect, you could call it adventure, but at the time, it was nothing special. Anyway, some events, like cloud formations or teenage children, are completely inexplicable. My ambitions were nebulous at best. All I ever wanted to be was a glass blower or a wood carver, or failing that, a utility infielder. A career in the foreign service looked promising once, but I couldn't feature myself in formal attire on a balcony overlooking the Capitol. What would I be doing there? Serving cocktails to the Peruvian attaché's voluptuous wife? And so it is that I stand on the sagging porch of a tumble-down house, regarding the lunar eclipse through binoculars held steady by my stalwart left hand. With the other, I gesticulate wildly, but fail to observe any change in the shadow cast by this earth on the moon. That's
I'll leave you with an inspiring quote given to us by Andy Mingo, teacher at Clackamas Community College. Art and poetry is required to engage our hearts and souls in a fight that will ultimately define our future. This is Amira Walcott with Clackamas News Online.